So if we had, let's say, a calculator program, okay, our advanced calculator program had two different calculators, but let's just say I want to calculate a square, okay? Okay, so we're going to calculate the area of a square. And we are going to take that, we're going to get an input, str side, or let's go in float side equals float input. What is the length of a side? And then it's going to take that and the area equals FL side to the power of 2. There we go, that looks better. And then it's going to print your your square has an area of FL area. Okay, so we're going to do, let's do an area of a square. And let's do an area of a rectangle too. str menu equals input square or rectangle, and we go if str menu equals s. Remember, those parentheses are optional. I usually put them in. elif str menu equals r, and then else print I don't understand. Okay, so there's my main menu structure. Right now, I'm going to take this, put that one in here. I'm going to copy that into the rectangle one as a template. Bless you. And I'm going to change this just a little bit. Length, copy. We'll do another one for width. What is the width? And then that changes the formula just a little bit here. FLL times FLW rectangle. Okay, so this is not a super complicated program, but you can imagine that the more things I start to add here, it becomes more difficult to understand my program flow. So what I might want to do in this case is take each of these pieces of code and I'm going to move them out to an external function. So I'm going to take this whole block of code, and up above here, I'm going to create a function called calc square. Spelling is not good today. And then I'm going to paste that in there. And I'm going to create another one that's called calc rectangle, DEF, calc rectangle. And I'm going to take this code and I'm going to put it in there. And so now I have these functions created, and I know that those handle everything. It asks the user what they want to calculate or what the sides are. It gets the data and it outputs something. So now I can collapse that code up here because I don't even have to care what's in there. I know what they do. I know how it works. So now if I want to calculate a square, I'm just going to put that in there. And if I want to calculate a rectangle, I'm just going to put that in there. But see how much simpler my whole structure is when we're talking about if and else and indented code and nesting if else's, and if I have loops in here, it gets complicated. But a way to simplify that is taking a big block of code and reducing it just to a single command allows you to more easily deal with this stuff. So if I run this, square or rectangle, area of a square, length of a side, you can see it works just the way it should. And the rectangle works also, right? So this is just an easy way to simplify your code. And it works really well as long as your functions are well designed, okay? And the thing is now I can take these functions and I can reuse them however I want. I can just have a program that calculates a square, just like this, and it just does what it's supposed to. So I can reuse those functions in any program, anywhere I want, as long as I know how they work and I know what they do. And this obviously is a do something function, right? But I can also change it to a return something function. We'll talk about that in just a minute.